What's going on, you guys? Edgar Cisneros here. Hope you all are having a great day. Today we're going over 5 tips for you beginner lifters out there. So as y'all can see, I got my friend over here, Vampiro, playing with my cat. We're fighting with her, one of the two.
Yeah.
So guys, these 5 tips are actually mistakes that I personally made and mistakes that I've seen other lifters made and some of my friends even make. So this is actually coming from these 5 tips are coming from a special place. Hopefully, after watching this video, you guys can take these 5 tips, learn something from it, and apply it to your own workouts. So the first tip for y'all is to actually concentrate on strength. So the reason we concentrate on strength first is so that way we can actually have a foundation to pack our muscle on. You don't want to concentrate on your gains just yet. Because you are a beginner, you will actually be making gains while working on strength. You don't actually run into plateau issues or any other issues like that until you actually have a couple of months under your belt. So the second tip I got for y'all today is actually don't bulk and cut right away, because a lot of times it's not even your diet that's the issue. It's just it's just you as an individual. You're just not hitting the weight room. That's it. So for example, a chubby person who who eats well, he lives a pretty healthy lifestyle. All they really need is just to hit the gym. I mean, all they really need is just to lift some weights and maybe up their cardio a bit more. And just like that, you can just lift. That person can just lose weight. And it's the same thing, vice versa, with a skinny person. All really have to do is just all they really have to do is just hit the weight room and maybe bring down their cardio a bit, and like that they'll just gain some muscle. And it's really as simple as that. That's why when people come to ask me if they should cut in or bulk, that's why when beginners come to me and ask me whether they should cut in bulk, I always tell them for the first 2 months, do not cut and bulk. Once those 2 months are over, then you can decide whether you should cut or bulk. The only time you should actually start off in a cut or bulk is in really, really, really extreme situations. Let's say you're about maybe, I don't know, 40 pounds overweight or even 40 pounds underweight. That is when you should start off bulking and or cutting. So a really great example of this is actually my friend Pablo. What do you want, Chloe? Huh? What? Mwah. So a really good example of this is actually my friend Pablo. He started off at 210 pounds, 210 motherfucking pounds, and he actually, as soon as he started working out, he started losing weight, and now, now he's at 170 pounds. And really, that's just a really good example of what I just said. I mean, sometimes the question is more complicated than the actual answer. I mean, all he needed was just to hit the weight room. That's literally all he needed. So I mean, that's just a really good example to back up that mistake. So like I said before, give yourself at least 2 months in the weight room, and then at the end of those 2 months, come to the conclusion whether you should bulk or cut. And if you don't want to do either, then just go and stay neutral. So I, whenever beginners start, they always, and I absolutely don't understand why you guys do this. They always go after crazy supplements, and I have no idea why. Vampiro, Vampiro,
Hey.
Do you know why beginners go after supplements?
Why? Because they wanna get stronger more quicker and faster, and that's not the way it works.
Exactly. Thank you. How many years do you have under your belt lifting?
I had 3 years,
3 years. 3 fucking years. He knew. Anyways,
but
going
I
back to the
quit.
subject.
I quit because I got married, and just yeah.
That's another thing, guys. Don't get married. And he's a friend of mine. He, this guy, went out and bought every single supplement you could ever dream of. Every single one. And I swear, he was taking about 10 pills a day. This guy was taking 10 pills a day, just thinking that he was losing weight, but this guy was not losing weight at all. He was, he, if anything, he was getting fatter. Like, to be honest, this guy was getting fatter at an exponential rate, and oh my god, I mean, just thinking about it now, it's just so crazy. So I ended up telling him, me and a couple of other friends actually, we all ended up telling him, dude, get off the soaps, please, just get off of them, and because eventually all those supplements they do really really bad harm to your body. But this guy was taking like three different types of pre workouts. He was taking I don't know how many pills for losing weight. He was he was doing a lot of he was taking a lot of things. Eventually, he stopped, and guess what happened? His weight started coming down. His weight started coming down, guys. He could not. I have no idea. I have no idea what he was taking. Um, that was making him stay at the weight, or even making him gain weight. It just goes to show that there's a lot of bullshit out there, guys, and don't buy into it. If anything, I only recommend two supplements for beginners. One is whey.
The
The other,
Walmart brand, of course.
huh?
The Walmart brand.
Walmart brand, of course. Yeah, cheap. Always start off cheap. Always start off cheap. And either way, whey is the same thing. Whey, when it comes to whey protein, it's the same thing with every single product that's out there. The second one is actually vitamins. Take your multivitamins every single day. And those are the only two supplements that I recommend.
Buy your Centrum vitamins.
The what number is this? The fourth tip I have for you guys is actually do not compare yourselves to other lifters, especially more advanced lifters.
That will put you down.
Yup,
For sure.
exactly. Guys, I am very guilty of this. I always compare myself to that guy who was deadlifting 500 pounds and benching 300 pounds.
That was
And
me right here.
anyways, so I always compared myself to those guys, and it just put a detriment to my self-esteem. And at one point, I was thinking about just quitting, and it's just really bad for you guys. Don't ever do that. Don't ever compare yourself to anyone else. And that doesn't only go for the weight room. That goes for in life as well. Don't ever compare yourself to anybody. The fifth tip I have for you guys is actually ego lifting. Do not ego lift. You will hurt yourself, guys. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a person actually get on the bench with 245s on each side and have that shit just slip from their hands, or just boom come down to their sternum. I that guys, when that happens, it's scary, guys. It is really scary. I remember, as a matter of fact, you know what? Story time again. One time in middle school, I was lifting, right, and we were maxing out, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try. What was it? I'm gonna go ahead and try a 45 and two tens on each side. Obviously, I'm 12 years old, 12, 13 years old, and obviously I'm not gonna lift that. you know, Uh, 12 years old, 115 pounds. I am not gonna lift that. So I brought up the bar. I swear, as soon as I lifted the bar, that weight just came straight down to my chest, and I swear to God, guys, I thought my sternum had broke. I thought I thought it just went through my sternum and hit my heart, and it was nasty. It was a nasty feeling, guys. I got my ass chewed out by my coach after that. But guys, moral of the story: do not do that. Do never ego lift. If you're gonna hurt yourself. All right, so the final tip I have for you guys: stay humble. Always stay humble. The day will come when you are no longer a beginner, and it's an awesome feeling. It's an awesome feeling. Like your confidence goes through the roof. Your self-esteem goes up. I mean, it's an awesome feeling to have. But you also got to know that the day will come when you walk into the gym and you see another lifter lifting 35-pound plates on each side, and that's when you got to remember you were there once too.